Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. GH spoilers. He's back. Parry Shen returns as Shifty lab tech Brad Cooper. General Hospital, GH, spoilers tease that Parry Shen is back on screen as shady Brad Cooper, lab tech extraordinaire. Port Charles just hasn't been the same without Brad and his unique brand of hilarious mayhem. We last saw Selena Wu's Lydia Look, nephew at the GH Memorial for Epiphany Johnson, Sonia Eddy, back in March 2023. On the Tuesday, August 20 episode, fans were shocked to see Brad back at General Hospital, pestering Chief of Staff Terry Randolph, Cassandra James, for a job. Here's what to know. Brad is nothing if not forward, so the disgraced fired employee begging for a second chance was not surprising. What was surprising for fans is that there was no inkling of this development. Brad tried to wheedle his way back into Terry's good graces, and that was a hard ask. She rightfully reminded him that he was fired due to his breach of ethics, which included tampering with lab results. Cheerful Brad reminded her that he only altered tests for other people, never himself. That was cold comfort to Terry, but she turned to mush when Brad name-dropped their mutual friend Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thiebaud. Britt was co-chief of staff with Terry before her murder, and Brad pushed Terry's buttons in a shameless display of self-servingness to get his job back. He maintained that Britt would want him to have a second chance, and in the end Terry capitulated. Kind of, sort of. She said that she would recommend him to HR, but warned that they would be smart to reject him. Brad was thrilled nonetheless. Shen added to the madcap mood with a hilarious video posted to Instagram. In it, he revealed his excitement at returning to the screen and showed himself turning up to the studio gates. The video plays the Backstreet Boys app song, Everybody, Backstreet's Back. Shen's video also references the fact that Rick Lansing, is also returning to GH. Shen captioned the post, "Let's see what's in store for Brad this time around in Port Charles." GH. General Hospital spoilers. What happens next in Port Charles, New York? One fan wrote, is this real? My dream come true. Echoing the sentiments of tons of hardcore GH fans. Tell us what you think Brad will get up to this time around at GH. Do you think he has a hidden agenda? In the bustling halls of General Hospital, where secrets linger in the air like a faint but unmistakable scent, a familiar face is about to reappear, stirring up trouble and reminding everyone that the past never stays buried for long. That face belongs to none other than Brad Cooper, the shifty lab tech with a knack for getting himself and others into precarious situations. Parry Shen's return as Brad is bound to send ripples through Port Charles as the enigmatic character steps back into a world he once left in chaos. Brad Cooper has always been a man of many layers. On the surface, he's the affable lab tech, always ready with a quip or a smile. But underneath, there's a darker side, a side that has led him down a twisted path of deceit, manipulation, and a tangled web of secrets. His involvement in baby swaps, his alliance with Julian Jerome, and his complicated friendship with Britt Westbourne have all contributed to making him one of Port Charles' most complex characters. Now, after a stint in Pentonville and a period of trying to rebuild his life, Brad is back. And with his return, nothing will ever be the same. The first indication that something is amiss at General Hospital comes when lab results start going awry. Test results are mysteriously delayed, patient records get swapped, and soon enough, rumors start swirling. Elizabeth Weber and Terry Randolph are the first to notice the discrepancies. They exchange knowing glances, their instincts as seasoned nurses, telling them that this isn't just a case of simple human error. It feels deliberate, almost as if someone is pulling the strings from the shadows. As Liz digs deeper, she's stunned to find a familiar name attached to several questionable lab reports. Brad Cooper. Her heart skips a beat, the memories of what Brad did to her sister-in-law, Willow, rushing back like a tidal wave. She can't believe he's back at General Hospital, and worse, she can't believe that he might be up to his old tricks again. But as she soon discovers, Brad's return is far more complicated than it appears. Brad's reappearance in Port Charles isn't just about old grudges or unfinished business. There's a new, more dangerous game of food. Brad is still haunted by his past actions, but he's also being pulled into a sinister plot by an unseen force. Someone who has been biding their time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And now, with Brad back at GH, that moment has arrived. When Britt Westbourne runs into Brad at Charlie's pub, her surprise quickly turns into suspicion. She knows Brad better than anyone, and she can tell he's hiding something. Despite their history, one filled with shared secrets, betrayal, and a twisted sort of loyalty, Britt still considers Brad her friend. But even she can't ignore the alarm bells ringing in her head. She presses Brad for answers, but he's evasive, dodging her questions with a nervous laugh and a weak excuse. But Britt is nothing if not persistent. She keeps digging, her curiosity piqued when she notices Brad's frequent visits to a secluded part of the hospital that's usually off-limits. Her instincts tell her that Brad is being blackmailed, that he's caught up in something far bigger than himself. But the deeper she digs, the more dangerous it becomes. She realizes that this new threat is not just targeting Brad. It's coming for everyone connected to him, including her. As the tension mounts, Brad finds himself trapped in a no-win situation. He's torn between doing the right thing and protecting the few people he still cares about. But every move he makes only seems to dig him deeper into the hole. He tries to keep a low profile, to go unnoticed, but Port Charles is a small town, and secrets have a way of coming to light. The turning point comes when Brad is confronted by Michael Corinthos at the hospital. Michael's rage is palpable, his anger towards Brad still raw from the pain of losing his son, Jonah, all those years ago. But what starts as a confrontation quickly spirals into something more when Michael realizes that Brad isn't just his usual slippery self. He's scared. And not just scared of Michael's wrath, but of something or someone far more menacing. Michael's realization sets off a chain of events that could shake the very foundations of General Hospital. As he and Willow team up to uncover the truth, they discover that Brad has been coerced into tampering with lab results and covering up a dangerous medical scandal, one that could put countless lives at risk. The deeper they dig, the clearer it becomes that this is no ordinary plot. It's a calculated move by a powerful figure with ties to the criminal underworld, someone who won't hesitate to eliminate anyone who gets in their way. As Brad's world unravels, he's forced to make an impossible choice: to betray those he cares about in order to save them, or to finally come clean and face the consequences of his actions. But in a town like Port Charles, where alliances shift and loyalty is a rare commodity, nothing is ever that simple. Brad's return marks the beginning of a new chapter in the ongoing saga of General Hospital, one filled with suspense, danger, and the ever-present question of who can truly be trusted. As old secrets resurface and new threats emerge, the residents of Port Charles will find themselves once again caught in the crossfire of a battle that could change everything. And as for Brad Cooper, he may be shifty, he may be slippery, but one thing is for certain: he's back, and he's not going down without a fight. The question is, will he be the hero of his own story, or will he once again find himself as the villain in someone else's? Only time will tell as the drama unfolds and the stakes continue to rise at General Hospital.